I'm Eric, and at the age of 40, I walked away from a corporate desk job with all the benefits you could ever ask for and decided to roll the dice, bet on myself, and start a resale company. I buy storage lockers.
Let's see what this is. Oh, it's signed.
I go to live auctions.
$30, $30, $25, $30.
I go on private picks.
Quite a bit of stuff.
And so much more. So come along for the ride as I build this resale company from the ground up. And now, let's get to another episode of Reliable Resellers.
What is going on, everybody? So it's been a couple of days since I've talked to you guys. Today is Sunday, October 31st. So I hope you've had a good weekend. Hope you're prepared for Halloween. Hope you're gonna go out and get a bunch of candy and have a bunch of fun tonight. So it's been pretty quiet on my side for the last roughly week-ish, half a week or so. Seems like the way things go is that I'll get a couple of phone calls, I'll get a couple of leads to go on. Those leads will amount to me packing my car or, getting a couple of items or whatever for resale. And then there will be a lull for a day or two or a week or two. So it seems to kind of come in waves, and right now I'm in kind of one of the down parts of the wave, but that's okay. I've got plenty of inventory. That's just basically all it means is there isn't a whole lot of an opportunity to film stuff to create content. But anyway, so that's okay. So what we did go out to the auction house. We got ourselves set back up and we picked up our paycheck. I'll show you guys that right here. All right, guys, this week we did 804.37, so not a bad week. 260 divided by 7 is like 37, almost 40 bucks a pop on the planes, so not bad at all. We'll take that. All right, guys, so we're set back up again. The toy table has got some toys on it this week, although it's mostly gonna be the die-cast cars that you guys have seen me get. We only brought some. I've got some put back, but I'm sure I'll buy more. Anyway, so we brought out some die-cast cars this week. They'll do okay, they always do. We brought a bunch of these. Now I did put some back. I did put some of the cars back for you, the cars that you and I were texting back and forth about. So I do have those sitting back. If you decide you don't want them, man, that's okay too. It's not that big of a deal. Some of the loose ones and then some of the dolls. These are some of the last pieces of toys we got from the toy man. So we brought those. So there's the toy table looking kind of packed today. We come over here, show you guys that we also brought our usual 1, 2, 3, 4 flats of comic books. There's our number 36. Bring you over here and show you. So here's 2 more of these blow up inflatables that we got. Now I thought they were like 10 feet tall. He told me they were massive, but I mean, they're about my height. So here is a turkey, big blow up guy. You got lights on the inside. And here's another one, the nativity scene. That one. Those 2 are ours. Bring you over here and show you. Sorry about that. Hey, Sammy. Hey, buddy. I got some treats for you outside, man. We got 1, 2, 3 neon lights. We had a bunch of them, but they broke, unfortunately. They were kind of cheap. Kinda cheap lights. Come over here. We have, these are all of us. It's mostly Texaco planes. There's a Sinclair Gas, BP, and 1 Pepsi plane, but all the rest of them are Texaco, and there's 2 Texaco tugboats. And we'll bring you over here. And then we brought, all of this is us. All right, so we've got 27 planes. There's 26 or so of the smaller tanks, and we've still got 40 or 50 planes at home, and they might actually break these up into a couple of different days, so we'll see. So just, you know, I'm going to show you which ones we brought here. Here's our number 36. All these mostly plastic tanks. This one's probably my favorite, the F-14 Tomcat. It's a pretty badass plane, I think. Just with the rockets and everything, it looks really cool. And here you've got a couple of passenger jets. So you got, you know, Pan Am, American Airlines, American Airlines, American Airlines. There's a Boeing, but I'm pretty sure that's a passenger jet. You're just getting down to some of the more of the, like a bomber or something, an F-105D, fighter jets and fighter jets. Got more fighter jets at home. Just brought sort of an array of different things out here. It's an F-15 Eagle. This one's cool. If it was bigger, it'd be really badass. It's the Nighthawk. It's about the size of my hand. It's relatively small, but it's badass. F-18 Hornet. F-101 Voodoo. And then here we've got, here's a just straight mahogany one. And then here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all United States of America. So here's two, the presidential helicopters, and then two versions of Air Force One, a big one and a smaller one. So that's kind of cool. And then bring you over. Oh, nope, that's it. I already showed you the toy table. So that's what we brought this week. I also had to go around and find some boxes. So we'll slice in some box video right here. There, you can see here. I don't think that's gonna work. It doesn't look anywhere near long enough. I have some that are that size, so. All right, well, let's go to Barnes & Noble. Guys, I see something very disappointing here at Barnes & Noble. You guys see this? They put a lock. Why would they do that? There's good bubble wrap in there. Why would they do that? Still get boxes. All right, well, we got these boxes. Not too bad, it'll work. So we did also go to garage sales on Saturday, yesterday. However, it was kind of a rainy day, and so there just weren't a whole lot of garage sales to go to. There were already only a handful of garage sales on the apps to begin with, and then you paired that up with all the rain that we had, and there just weren't very many garage sales at all to go to. But we did go to a couple, so I'll slice that in here as well. Want to say hi to Vicky and Melissa. We met a couple of viewers out at a garage sale, and I'll splice that in here as well, so you guys can see that. That was kind of cool. Well, looks like one brave soul is going to try something. Hi.
Hello.
You guys are gonna brave it, huh?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. All right. So then, do you have any toys that you haven't brought out, anything like that?
Yeah. What do you girl, boy, what are you looking for?
Well, I mean, so just all kinds. Mostly like action figures and stuff like that, if you have any of those.
Nothing collectible.
Okay. All right.
I know what you're looking for.
Okay.
Look at that one. You make a 3D.
That one came out really good. I made that for my son's birthday one year. It was so cute.
Oh, really?
So cute.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have to tell you though, if you read a Kindle or something and you put down a new sealed game, and I about had a heart attack. I think he went back and got it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can I go back and get it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
It was like a sealed toy game or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Salvation Army or Goodwill or something like that.
Oh yeah, I did go back and get it. Yeah, yeah. On the channel, is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Right on, awesome. We'll keep telling the story. So you got a distillery, and what happened?
It's full of stuff, man. We got, you know, I mean, anything you can think of. Sky Vodka, Wild
Yeah.
Turkey, just like all brand new swag, shirts.
Nice.
Stuff. So
Nice.
Tito's.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was fun when the Dorito got filled up a couple times.
Yeah, we had to go back. It was that.
Oh, that's nice. Those are always good. Those are always good.
Well, I mean, keep doing what you're
Yeah.
doing, man.
Right on.
It's good
Awesome.
to run into.
Awesome. It's really cool when I bump into people at a garage sales and they're like, "Hey, I watch your stuff." That's really cool. Vicky and Melissa, I believe those are your names. God, I'm so bad. You just told me your name 30 freaking seconds ago. Pretty sure I got it right. If you watch my videos, you know I'm bad with names, so don't take it personally. I forget my own name sometimes. Anyway, thanks for watching the videos. They were saying how you guys either will hear or just heard. I'll splice in the video where I was, where they were talking about they had a big score a week or two ago, and they went to a garage sale from a brewery and packed their car 2 or 3 times. Those are always the good ones where you have to pack your car so much you have to go back to get everything else. Those are good. Anyway, it was nice to meet you. Good luck out there.
Are you looking for something specifically for kids or just in general?
Just like action figures and video games and you know, stuff like that, really.
Maybe, then yeah. Yeah, nothing very much than that.
Okay.
Really baby kids.
Okay, I got it. No worries. What about golf clubs, man? Do you have any old golf clubs you don't want to play with anymore? Okay. No worries, man. All right.
Well,
Have a good
day, though.
have a good day, brother. We also we bought 2 glass cases from the Toy Man, so we're gonna take those and put those up in the store, up in the shop out in Dade. Whenever we get that in about a month and a half, they will look really good for displaying you know, just different toys and some stuff that we have for sale. We're gonna put some LED lights in them, and they'll look really nice. So I'll show you guys right here those 2 glass cases. All right, guys, so we're currently en route over here to my storage unit. Hector's gonna meet us over here, the toy guy. We're gonna buy 2 glass cases from him. They're vertical cases, not the horizontal cases. They're like 5-6 foot tall, you know, 12 by 12, kind of like display cases for like hot toys and stuff. Okay, so here's the 2 glass cases. You can see they're just about as tall as I am. They come up to right about my chin. The shelves are right here. There's 3 shelves, 1, 2, 3 that will go on the inside. They're about 12 inches by roughly 12 inches. Put the shelving in them. I'll put some LED lights that'll kind of go up and down each side, and then, you know, it'll look good to display, you know, action figures or hot toys. Or he had hot toys in them, obviously, so, you know, just kind of whatever. So there's the glass cases. And then I just kind of want to show a little bit about several videos ago now, maybe about a month ago, if not longer. Funny Bunny asked me some information about how I keep myself organized for all the inventory and all the eBay stuff, and I said I would put a video together and talk about that. I haven't done it up until now, so I took this opportunity to do that. So I made a couple of minutes about how I keep myself organized for the eBay business, and we'll splice that in right here. So as I'm going through and getting some action figures listed here up in the store, I thought it would be a good chance to get to answer one of the questions that Funny Bunny had asked long time ago about organization and how I keep myself organized. So I'm going to use this opportunity to kind of show a little bit of that. So with the action figures, and the reason this kind of tripped it in my brain to show sort of how I'm keeping myself at least semi-organized in here, is because whenever I list an action figure, okay, what I'm doing is I just come up with a random number, letter and number combination. So for these action figures, I've been doing the letter F for figure, and then a number. Okay, and so what I do is I get out you know, a pad of stickies or just whatever you have, and I write the number, the letter, and the number, right? And then what I do is I take, for the example of action figures, I take sandwich bags. Actually got these out of a storage locker, so we'll go ahead and we'll do this one. So I take the sticky, or whatever you have, I put it here, and I put some tape on it. From there, all I do is I research the action figure like you've seen me do with Google Lens. I'll post it, list it. When it's posted and listed, I'll show you one that I literally just got done doing. So you see here, we just listed DC Universe Classics. We listed the Nightwing loose figure. You'll see here in the title, I've put F101. If it's not in the title, then I'll put it in my description. Sometimes I can't fit it in the title. So it'll be in the description if I can't fit it in the title. The title's easier because I can see the title right away when I'm going through and doing the shipping. If it's in the description, you'll have to click into the listing to see it. Anyway, what I also do, and I should have just showed you that, is you'll see here in the bottom of all of my listings, you're going to see a number. This is my inventory system. It's how I keep myself organized, right? So here you see D13. Okay, well, D for me is this guy right here, and it's D1 because it's the only, I forget what D, drawers maybe, I forget what, I mean D actually stood for something, but I forget what it was. And the 1 is just represents that it's the number 1. I only have one of them. And then the dash, so here is drawer, yeah, maybe it was drawer. So drawer 1, right, the number 1, and then the first drawer. Drawer 1, the second drawer. Drawer 1, the third drawer. I mean, while we're here, I'll go ahead and show you the rest of it. So these are obviously the my shelving. And I've only got 2 rows of shelves right now. This is going to get much bigger when I get the store here soon. But so what I do is I have them all labeled here with you know, with what they are. Both sides are labeled, and you'll notice this side is S and this side is T. Okay. So for me, what I've done is this is my S row. Obviously, this is my T row. So here is, and just in my head, this is the way it works. S1, shelf number 1. S2, shelf number 2. The middle one, S stands for which shelf. So shelf 1 of shelf 1. Shelf 2 of shelf 1. And the R, if you hadn't guessed, just stands for the row. I could probably take that out, but that was planning down the road for when I get much bigger and I ultimately have, you know, multiple rows. Even though I do have 2 rows right now, if I just had more room, I could just line these up together. Anyway, so that's kind of what that is. You know, we come over here, shelf 2, shelf 1, row 1. So it's really, I mean, ultimately I could kind of move this over here, and because it's shelf 1 of shelf 2. Or maybe call this something different, or, you know. Anyway, so it works for me. So that's kind of how I keep myself organized in here. And then if you kind of go through, and if you look at some of my listings, so that one is D13. If we go back and if we look at just some other random listings here, let's just find one that I've listed relatively recently. Okay, well here's one that's sold. We'll look this up. We can see here, I actually haven't even packed and shipped this yet, so this is a decent example. So you can see here in the bottom of it, it says inventory. For me, I know that this is the inventory location, T1 S2 R2. Okay, well, based on what I just told you, you know this side is T, this side is S, so we know it's going to be over here. So it's T1, so it's the first one of them. It's shelf number 2, so T1 S2 R2. So it's, I mean, I know it's right here, it's one of these cars, right? But so I mean, we could actually pull this order. It's the Ford, it's a lot of 2 M2 machines, auto haulers. So the blue right here, I'm pretty sure it's probably those 2, right? So we could go ahead. The light's bad in here, but we could go ahead and pull that, because that is the order here that just sold, right? And so that is my inventory system. That's what I'm using. That's how I keep myself organized. So just kind of, as I was going through and getting these action figures listed, I thought, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and answer that organization question. That question was asked quite a while ago. I said I would answer it, and I never did. So there you go. That's how I keep myself organized. Now I might end with, I also have a couple of minutes, 2.5 minutes of just some random eBay listing. The process sort of that I go through when I'm just kind of sitting there researching stuff, taking pictures, putting stuff up for sale in the eBay store. Some people have asked me, you know, what that process is all about. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, really, but I took a couple of minutes of video. I'll probably throw it on right here at the end. It'll be sped up over some music. Just kind of get an idea of, if you want to watch it, it'll be there. If not, hey, I get it. But some people have asked, so I will throw something up there. I said I would in messages. So anyway, so I'll throw up 2.5 minutes of me going through and getting a couple of eBay listings up, me doing some research on a couple of items, and getting some pictures up and all that. I think Callie Mae is in there, so if you want to see Callie Mae, she's in there. And then that's going to be all I got for you. That's going to be it for this video. Come back tomorrow. We're going to go out to Webster Flea Market, and we're going to see about purchasing a bunch of stuff from a guy out there that we have met at the auction house. So like, comment, subscribe down below if you want to. Really appreciate it. And come back tomorrow. We'll do some other fun stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.